Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Welcome to Conker on a Saturday night. It's May the 13th on the Saturday, on the day of the Eurovision Song Contest. And I must admit, I had to give it some serious consideration. Was I going to sit and watch 2 or 3 hours of the Eurovision Song Contest, or come on to StreamYard and talk to all of my friends? I think I thought about it for about a nanosecond, and here I am. Even the wife won't watch it. I mean, why would we want to watch the Eurovision Song Contest give United Kingdom, Noir or Nil, whatever it's called, points, embarrass us even more? It's so political, it's just not worth even thinking about. I'm sure there's some good music on there if you like that sort of thing. But the days of ABBA, I guess, are long gone when they really lit the screens up. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. We won't be watching it. Thank goodness for that. So what's been going on this week? Well, I have to say again, as often recently, not a great deal. I've been working, obviously, falling out with a great unwashed, sometimes called patients. I've had a couple of jobs come in. In fact, a friend of mine phoned yesterday, said, "Oh, I've got a problem with my chainsaw, Phil. Can you sharpen it?" I said, "Well, yeah, of course." He said, I'll drop it up. Fair dues. So he turned up last night at 7 o'clock in the evening with a Titan electric chainsaw. Whatever you think. Not battery, mains powered, with the chain that was come off worse, put it that way, with this battle with a stone or a brick or a boulder or something. So I said, well, I'll have a look at it for you, but to be honest with you, Anyway, I got back to him. A new chain is £8.50 plus me to fit it, so whatever the price was, and he's delighted. So it's on order. So I just cleaned it all up, or been cleaning it all up. It's actually quite well built, to be honest with you, as long as you like electrical stuff, which I have no idea how it works. Apparently electric, you can't see it, you can't smell it, but you can feel it. And if you feel about it, you don't often forget. So I don't have anything to do with electrics. Even changing a light bulb, I got to think twice about. Oh dear. So yeah, so again, not a lot's going on. Thank God the weather's today at least improved. After last Saturday's the coronation, where it was quite not very nice actually at all. But the weather this week has been, so-so. But today, excuse me, I beg your pardon, just have a curry. It's absolutely gorgeous out here in the middle of Wiltshire. And I don't know what temperature, about 18 or 19, whatever. And it's an absolute glorious day. And it's good to be alive. Because there ain't another option, is there really, at the end of the day? But apart from that, as I said, not a lot's going on. The wife's been out. We did go to the last Monday. We had the coronation tea party, picnic, organised for the village. There's 3 villages that join together here, just outside of Salisbury, and friends of ours who own a farm, live in a large manor house. Got in the front of the manor house is this field basically, with a track running down through it. So they offered the villages the use of that rather than using the streets, and we went along to it and had a wonderful time. Had a singer there singing all in the sort of 40s 50s music, which was okay actually. I was quite surprised. But we all had to take our own food. It's a picnic obviously, and typical of me, I was up far too much. Pork pies, sausage rolls, oh God knows what else. I can't even believe sandwiches. So anyway, we had a lovely time, and the Phil, who is the owner, put on barrels of beer free. About 3 of them, 3 free ones. They weren't the huge ones, mind, they were small ones, and all got used. Surprise! Excuse me, I beg your pardon. I had a couple, as you do, and it was a lovely day. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and then back to reality. And that's about it really this week. Yeah. We wait. I got some more stuff coming in. I got a chap coming in tomorrow. He he's asked me if I've got any mowers for sale. And all I have at the moment is 2 cylinders. I don't think he's really interested in those, but I have sold him machines before. But he's bringing one in. I said, is it for a service or repair? He said, both. So God knows what it's going to be. He said, a couple of bolts missing. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what he's talking about there. I dread to think, honestly, but whatever. We'll do our best. Anyway, enough of this nonsense, me yapping away as always. Let's have a look, see who's sat around in the comments, and I'll say hello to everybody else as always. So, DNR Small Engines, be there, my friend. DNR, you're always first up there, mate, and it's great to see you. It really is. And I really do appreciate your support. Henry, Big Dog Repair, hello, mate. See you soon. Yeah, I do hope so, mate. We're seeing in the basement. Don't worry. I'm looking forward to it. Henry and DNR are saying hello to each other. Tommy time, good evening, Tommy time. Start fixing stuff. Yeah, if it came in, I could fix it, mate. Well, most of it anyway. Tar Heel Aerials, good evening. You're saying hello to everybody else. John Rhodes, good evening, TC. Hope you're well, John. Nice to see you, my friend. Everybody saying hello. Ken Small Engines, good evening, Ken. We've had a chat, you and I, Henry, and a few others over the last few days. Good to talk as always. John Rose is saying hello to everybody in the GB. DNR, there we go. Max 210. Good evening, Max 210. I hope you're well, my friend. You're saying hello to everybody else. Hank is still the same now. Time in flywheel key or cause. Not sure what that's all about. Bill Clement. Good evening, Bill. Party in the house. Everybody say what? What? Oh, the old ones are the best ones, aren't they? By the way, you should see I need a haircut. I'm beginning to look like my father, who's got more hair than I've got. Mind you, he is 94. But yeah, the old hair sticks out like whatever. Next Friday. Where are we? Moving on swiftly. If I've missed you, right, please give me a shout as always. Al McLean is saying hello to everybody else. Bruce's shop. Hello, Bruce. How are you, my friend? I hope you're well, and I'm sure you will be. Al McLean, Bruce's shop, saying hello to ladies and gentlemen. That's the point. Where's Stella this evening? We hope she comes along. Nice shirt. Yeah, there aren't many of these about, apparently, Bruce. I don't believe a certain friend of mine's got one, actually. I won't mention no name, Mick. John Rhodes, Euro Gay Fest. Yeah, you're right, mate. I've got no interest in it. Really don't. I don't mind the music so much, but the rest of it, I'm not interested. Let's have a look. See if I'm missing anybody. Not at the moment. There's 25 people watching this silly old for a yap. Mark Wiley saying hello. Mac 210. Bruce's shop again. Ben's workshop. Good evening, Ben. Hope you're well, my friend. Tom McGee. Look good, buddy. Thank you, Tom. Living the dream, mate. Bloody nightmare sometimes, I can tell you. Especially getting up in the morning. Oh, we just jumped again. Let's have a look, see where do we get to. Mark Wiley saying hello to people. Mac 10. Wayne, good evening, Wayne. Got serious finger problems, so hello to everybody in the chat. Hello, Wayne. I hope it's not too painful, mate, whatever it is. Come on up and have a yap, mate. Mark Robbins, hello, Mark. How are you, my friend? And we're there. We've actually got down to the bottom that quickly. Before I go any further, let's put the link out and see who'd like to come along and have a yap. Paste. There it goes. So there goes the link. So you'd like to come along and have a yap. Certain things not allowed as far as I'm concerned. First one is obviously swearing. We do get the occasional F-bomb. Hey, it happens. Nudity, I don't put up with that because it don't suit me. And politics is the other one. I hate politics, but there we go. That's just me. So, as Wayne, I see you're already in the cellar, mate. First one on tonight. Great to see you. Let's bring you up, my friend, straight away. How are you?
Good. It's called lazy finger syndrome, Phil. It means that I don't feel like typing.
Well, that's fair dues, mate. It's always better to see you anyway rather than the old typing job. You're keeping well, I hope.
Good. It's like an avalanche of riding mowers and mowers around here.
Say that again.
It's like an avalanche of riding mowers and push mowers and self-propelled mowers over here. They like coming down the hill and they don't stop.
Oh, well, the exact opposite here at the moment, but we live in hope. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Talking about living in hope. Bruce, good evening, sir. How are you? Nice T-shirt.
Am I up? Sorry.
You're up, mate. How are you? Nice T-shirt, mate. Where you get that from, I wonder? Yeah.
I got a green one on, but it's a different green.
Another one.
Holy cow.
Hey, you know what?
It's the Hobby Motor Show.
It must be. Close to be around in a minute, I'm sure. And then you always get one that will let you down, don't you? There he goes. Oh, he's not wearing his shirt. I bet he's gone off to put one on.
Well, you guys must be getting a commission from Klaus.
No, we actually have to pay for these, you know. Well, not necessarily, but
Well, you know that golf tournament they have in Augusta called the Masters?
Yeah.
Here we are.
There you go. There you go. Look.
All green shirts instead of jackets.
Yeah, that's a good. It's a green jacket, isn't it? I do remember watching a couple of years, well, some years ago now, and whoever it was won it. Can't remember. I think he was an English guy, and they put the jacket on him. It was about 20 sizes too big. It's all. It came down.
With the money involved in that, you think they'd have one for every guy?
Well, yeah, you would have thought so. But it just looked so ridiculous, you know. You think, oh well, whatever, you know. No doubt the check made it feel better.
I just cut the front lawn for the first time, you guys, this year.
Yeah,
really.
Well, it's late, you know. Up here.
Ours need doing again
already.
Yeah. Ours all need doing again. We finally managed to get the final bit of root out of an apple tree up in the rear garden here. I had an apple tree that it became distressed, put it that way, and we decided to take it out. It's taken 3 years after chopping it off for the roots to rot away to be able to get them out, you know, and. So we were playing around with that yesterday and regrass seeding and stuff, and so now we don't have to go around the circles. You know, you mow along and then you.
I had a wardrobe malfunction.
There you go.
I had a red shirt on, and then I saw the green, so I had to change.
As Bruce said, it's the Masters tonight, Ken.
There you go. Yeah.
Green shirt, green coat.
Green and the green coat. Dwayne has got a green T-shirt on. It has to be said.
I'm surprised this live stream's not in Danish.
Yeah. So I don't think anybody would understand us, or in fact, we would understand ourselves. To be honest,
Phil, you got a nice background in there. Is this new?
There you go, Wayne. There you go. Prune Danish. How's that?
Yeah, prune Danish. Beautiful.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a yellow background. It looks really good.
Yeah, different.
Yeah, well, I was messing around with it earlier on, Wayne, but I can't get rid of it now.
It looks good.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to leave it because I can't get rid of it. It's a sum total of my expertise.
Hey, Hank, that tractor, I'm ready to put a bullet in it.
Uh-oh. Why?
Still doing the exact same thing.
No way. Yeah.
Now I'm thinking maybe a shared flywheel key or something, because now it's starting like no power at all, no throttle, anything with throttle, nothing, no difference, and now it's like spitting raw fuel at the carburetor.
Oh man,
it's weird.
Ooh, internal broke governor linkage or something?
No, the thing doesn't have many hours on it. I did the head gaskets because normally the head gaskets go in those Courage Twins, you know.
It's a yeah.
But the twin, they had a redesign on the head gasket. Said, let me swap them out just in case. But they weren't bad. They looked all right. So it's whatever, no big deal. So did that. I put it back together, and the same thing. It's like no matter what throttle you give it, nothing changes. And then, but what I'm thinking too is what's weird, the fuel pump. Now, when you have a vacuum fuel pump, when the engine's not on, it shouldn't have anything out the discharge, right?
Right.
This thing's pissing out the discharge. So I'm thinking the diaphragm's bad in the vacuum fuel pump.
Maybe. I know I had a mower here last weekend that it wouldn't rev up. It would just about tick over, just about.
Yep.
And what it was the governor had been the fuel tap that got jammed behind it and was stopping the governor from governing.
Yeah, like I said, this one, the guy didn't play with the linkage or anything. I mean, he overstresses the motor by cutting 2 foot long grass, but other than that,
You got spark on both ends, right? I mean, both sides.
yeah. I put 2 new plugs in it too, so I'm going to check the flywheel key first because of the backfire out the carb. I figured, maybe a timing issue, But on those, I don't think it's electronic ignition, is it? On those, the SV7000s.
I don't think so. No.
No. So I disconnected the kill wires, figured maybe if it was something in the kill circuit, But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird though. No matter what you do with the throttle, nothing happens, and also it goes bleh, and then you get fuel pissing out the carburetor.
Well, I know if they had a bad plug, it would sound like that too.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking like fuel out the carb, like a big rush. Like, what
Yeah,
the
that
hell?
part I don't understand.
That to me sounds like timing. Like it's not burning it; it's the combustion's pushing it back out.
Yeah.
So
Out of the carb or the exhaust?
out the carb.
Talking about spark plugs, I was thinking about that today. Do you think we change them out for the sake of it rather than because they need it half the time?
I don't a lot of the times. I don't. I'll clean them up and check them or whatever. Some of them, if it's running perfect, I wouldn't even look at them.
Yeah, I mean the customer expects a new spark plug often or not.
Yeah, it depends.
Half the time.
If they know you well, they'll accept what you do.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, you know what it is. I tell them you save them $10. They appreciate that.
It could
Well,
be a plug. It could be a plug. That's the first thing you want to check. But
Yeah, I changed them. They're
$10.
same exact thing. I'm just gonna take off the flywheel nut and see underneath if I can see it. But usually on those, I don't know if it's the same where it's a Woodruff key down. You have to take it off to see.
Is that a
Rare
fairly
little
new?
Woodruff key
Is that an old
shears.
Kohler? Or is that a new Kohler?
Yeah. What's that, Wayne? Sorry.
Rare that a Woodruff key will shear.
I know. Steel on steel.
I've never seen one shear yet.
I did have one shear in a Kohler V twin 17 horse V twin a few years ago, but you tried and start, it would go bang. So you knew something was up. But this thing here, spitting out through the carb, something ain't right.
And you check the oil level; it's not going up like when you're trying to run it.
No gas in the oil, and it's oil level's fine.
Because normally, if the diaphragm on the fuel pump's got a
It'll
hole
leak
in
into
it,
the crankcase.
yeah, it puts some of the gas into the crankcase.
Nah, nope. Looks good.
You might have a timing issue. It might be firing when the intake's open.
But that's what I'm saying. With the timing issue, though, it's not a ignition coil, so that's what I'm thinking. A sheared flywheel key or something,
Yeah, but that on a riding mower, a shared timing key, very unlikely, but it could happen.
If the guy hit he's got a bunch of big, thick branches in his yard. So if he really whacked on a heavy branch or something, who knows?
Yeah.
Well, normally it'll shear the flywheel key if like the anti-backfire is malfunctioning and it backfires. That could shear the key from driving it back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Might be. I gotta see. I put a shut off on it anyway right now, just in case.
Trying to get a better spot here for a light, but I can't do it.
Well, I'm glad that one's yours, Kenny, and not mine.
Yeah, but this is one that gets this guy's been bugging. He's an Indian guy, nice guy, but just bugging me. Just a pain in my butt.
My first 2 repairs this year were both humdingers. Like, what the heck? I was starting to think, is my whole year going to be like what you're having right now?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, aside from, I'm going to check. It's weird, Hank, with those instructions I got with the head gasket, right? They said maximum valve clearance at 10. I go, that's too much, but that's what it said on the Kohler instruction sheet. I'm just watching a couple of videos now. They're saying 4 to 6.
4 to 6,
yeah. Normally that's what we use.
It shouldn't hurt it at 10. It
shouldn't hurt it, though. That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't hurt it. It should still run and give you throttle response, So unless it over revved and smoked the governor, I don't know.
And you checked all the linkage to the carburetor is all because we just fixed one for a guy that was doing the same thing and he was missing a spring on the linkage.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, everything's there. All the springs are there.
Yeah, it's not that old, right, Ken?
No, it's like 3 years old. Yeah.
You should be able to, even if there was something missing, you should be able to grab the throttle and run it with your hand.
Yeah, but I mean, you could see when you could look at the throttle because I have the air cleaner off and I have a couple nuts holding it on. You could see the throttle going back and forth, and it's not doing anything, nothing.
Boy, some good suggestions from these old timers, from these masters.
Yeah.
Well, he just had the heads off, so it's not the valves. I'm thinking
everything's good,
and it's not sucking air from any of the intake gaskets.
Brand new. Just put brand new rubber in there.
It's got good compression, eh?
Oh, perfect. Oh, real good compression. Shit.
It's got to be the flywheel kick. Then that's the only thing left.
Well, like I said, I'm cranking it, and then all of a sudden, as it's shutting down, a big spurt of fuel out the carb.
Yeah.
You know,
Only thing left.
it's the only thing I know. That's what I'm saying. It's the only thing I can think of.
If I was a Tecumseh, single engine would be the first thing you'd check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even a Briggs, right? On a Briggs, definitely.
Yeah.
You'll have to
Although
make a
they
video
make a harder
on
key.
case.
Briggs
But
makes
normally on these Kohlers, they're steel Woodruff keys, and you usually don't see them shear. But like you said, Wayne, I got to check the anti-dieseling to see if that's actually working.
Yeah.
If that's not working, like you said, maybe he shut it down once, got a wicked backfire, and it did shear it. You know?
That'll blow it.
Yeah. So
That's the last thing could be, because everything. I know everything's good now.
I even took the carburetor apart, looked at the needle, did a mighty vac. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah. But the vacuum pump worried me too, though. When I took the vacuum pump line off, it was still pissing a little bit of fuel out the outlet when the engine was off. And usually they don't, you know. But it shouldn't matter. If the needle's holding, the needle's holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. Just drives you crazy when you get these stupid jobs where it's like, you know, dumb.
And then you spend so much time on it, you can't hand the customer a $2,000.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No, that's right.
See, and tomorrow's Mother's Day, so half the day's shot, you know.
Half the day.
Well, I'm saying my mom wants to go out around 12, 1 o'clock, so I could do some stuff in the morning, but, you know, I have things to do. Like today, I got to be on here, you know, this is priority, you know.
I said, what do you want for
Number one priority on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm telling
That's
you.
right.
Well, I have two priority, Duchess and here.
Where's Klaus? Hurry up.
Where's Klaus? I was going to say, where's Klaus?
I don't know. I'm sure he'll be here in a moment, guys. He,
His ears must be ringing.
He might be at work today.
He was working in his shop earlier on this morning. I know he was working on a tractor, I think.
Yeah.
He was having a bit of a chat there with the guys. Well, all sorts of things were being chatted about.
Oh, hey, I'm going to do my next video. I was telling them in the WhatsApp, I didn't realize pressure washer nozzles, there's 1,000 different orifice sizes on those based on the pump size and the GPM and the pressure.
Yeah.
And
the green one doesn't mean it's a green one for a big one or a small one.
Well, the thing is, the green one is normally 25 degree, and on the pressure washer I got at the dump that works beautifully, it didn't have a yellow nozzle. Now, all of my other machines have a 15 degree yellow nozzle, and it works great. This one didn't have it. So I said, all right, let me order some yellow nozzles. Okay. So I'm like, wait a minute. Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. I'm like, the hell's that? And I look, and there's a chart that tells you based on the pressure of your pressure washer and the gallons per minute. The gallons per minute. That'll determine what size orifice number you have to use. And there's a million of them. So in my case, it was 3,000 PSI, 2.7 gallon a minute. That's a number 3 orifice. So I ordered number 3, but they on Amazon number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. I'm like, wow, I didn't realize there was such a distinction, you know, because they say if you put too big of the orifice, it won't give you the flow and it won't work right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting.
And if you had too small an orifice, I guess you'd be blowing something in there. You'd be having back pressure.
Yeah,
Possibly.
Yeah.
possibly. Yep.
Or you'd be cutting your house in half.
Well, I tell you, yeah, the zero nozzles are for drilling holes in siding. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually
write your name in wooden siding with the red
Yeah,
nozzle.
leave it in the paint.
Yeah.
I actually used the pressure washer with the zero to cut a 3/4 inch piece of wood out of a snowblower auger that was jammed in there.
Yeah, like a water jet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I cut it out. Yeah.
Nice.
Should have done a video on that one. Everybody else would have been struggling with hammers and chisels, and
There you
pressure
go.
washer worked great.
Wayne's Hydrovac.
Yeah.
Recreate it.
Yeah.
Well, there's big industrial machines that work on water pressure, isn't there? They they can cut into almost anything.
Oh, they cut steel.
Yeah, I mean, it's stupid pressure.
Steel. Cut it.
They work on really stupid pressures. I know it's you wouldn't want to put your finger in the way. Put it that way.
Nope.
Just once.
Well, yeah, just the once. So you guys been busy anyway, have you? Because Wayne was saying you got lots and lots of work coming in. Are you guys busy?
Oh,
Crazy.
Yep.
As far as yard work goes, yeah, that's it for me.
As much as I want to be.
Really?
Ken is turning into the regular gardener too.
Oh yeah, I've been doing all kinds of crap in my front yard. Good thing I have kids that help and all that. You know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. I think he's still in bed. He's still in bed. Must be nice. The youth of America. We're doomed.
Well, I read somewhere the longer you sleep, the longer you live.
Well, he's gonna live to be 400 then.
How old's your son there, Ken?
23.
Okay, in his prime then.
I remember I was 23. I was never home ever.
No.
I did my sleeping in when I was in my teens, but not in my 20s.
But sleeping in was like 8 o'clock. That was sleeping in.
Well, it must have been my time of life. I can turn over in the morning and I can go back to sleep, no problem whatsoever.
I sleep in now.
Yeah. The only time I got to get up is when I got to get up. Then I get back in again.
My problem is I don't sleep from 2 till 5, and then I sleep from 7 till 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, like cat naps and stuff, you know.
My parents used to wonder when I'm going to come home.
Oh, yeah.
Is it the same now then, Henry?
Huh?
Is it the same now?
No. Nope.
Yeah, I've been playing around, changing the subject. I've been playing around. We've got these composite doors, the composite, I don't know what they are, front doors. And the damn thing's moved over. And for the life of me, I can't work out on how to get it all adjusted. There's several adjustment screws. But I've even looked up on YouTube. They say you take caps off and screw in and all the rest of it. But I can't get to the damn thing.
Was it racked, Conker? Racked?
Well, I don't know what's happened, mate. I thought maybe it was the weather. Something might have warped it, but it can't.
Well, but usually composite doesn't expand like that.
It doesn't move, exactly. Yeah. But there's something moved somewhere. And
Yeah. The foundation. It probably
Is it a sliding door?
No, it's just a straightforward open and closed door. But
Was it hitting on one corner like it's racked?
well, I've looked at the top, to try and eyeball the gaps, and it does look along the top that there's a gap slightly larger on one end to the other. But if it was that bad, then
check your hit. Or do you have hinge screws on it? Because a lot of times if the hinge screws loosen or on someone, it'll pull it out a little bit.
Yeah,
normally on the hinges you put like a 3-inch screw right in the middle on each hinge, right into the major framework.
Goes into the 2x4 or whatever they use.
That way, it's definitely.
Ours go directly into brickwork. We don't have.
Oh yeah. Oh, those can slip. Brick doesn't hold as well as wood, eh?
Yeah.
No, that's.
I would take the door, open the door,
and
go like this with the door, go up and down, and make sure the hinges aren't moving. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want the damn thing to fall off.
I had that problem, and I had termites eat the whole board that goes across the front of the house.
Oh, I had that too when I bought my house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
And it shifted actually down a little bit, and the door went ajar. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys know all about shifting where I live.
I got frosty, Bruce. My steps are an inch away from the house now. I'm afraid they're going to fall off.
Yeah, but when they go up and down, then you can't get in and out of the door.
Yeah, mine is just it's pulling away from the house.
If it's built wrong, here you automatically leave 1.5 inches to the step from the door.
Yeah.
And if it really gets bad, just get out the duct tape.
Yeah.
Just remember, if women don't find you handsome, they got to find you handy, right? You guys know who that is? That's Red Green.
Red Green.
Oh yeah.
Well,
one of my friends was an original member of the Red Green Show. He still got his membership card.
Well, I'm going to bring the leader up now, guys. There you go.
Yay! Another master. No, I'm really happy. No, listen to me. I'm really glad this isn't the debaters club, because then we'd all be master debaters.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything.
Save us then.
And here's one that's not green. Oh, it's red.
Oh,
Rebel.
If it is,
Rebel all
He doesn't look too happy.
No, he doesn't.
He's green with envy.
Yeah.
Hey, Mick,
Sorry.
Mick, just pick your nose. We want to see something green.
Sorry, I didn't know it was fancy dress tonight.
My birthday's in a couple of months. I'm going to have a golf tournament and hand out green shirts to all of do a YouTube video and it's going to be a tie and everybody's going to get a green shirt. I hope I can figure this out close.
Yeah.
I know. Shirtshop.com or some damn thing.
Spread shop.
Spread shop.
Mick, just pause, Mick. Go get your green shirt. Be part of the team.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah.
Don't be a rebel.
You can do it.
I can't because we're using it for a blanket for Pip's bed at the moment.
Oh. Merle Haggard, an only rebel child from a family meek and mild. You're really hauling on that vape today. You must be stressed.
Oh, I've just got out of the bath, Bruce. Just had a nice long soak, nice shave, because I'm off to church tomorrow. And
Yeah, right.
I am.
Tomorrow's Mother's Day.
Yeah, you got the confirmation tomorrow, right?
Yeah, my niece is getting confirmed tomorrow, so I'm off to go and do that. I was at my phone; it keeps going off. That's weird. I'll come back in a minute. My phone keeps going off blank screen.
And you just
All right.
froze.
Yeah.
I know he's got a new Hoover.
So I'm vaping too, Bruce, but I went up from 245 to 260 pounds.
Ooh.
I got to go on a diet.
Uh-oh.
You went up instead of down.
I'm gonna. Well, I think I'm eating less.
Yeah, metabolism, man.
Gotta be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quit drinking beer for a few weeks and I gained 6 pounds.
Yeah, I haven't. I had my first beer, I think, in 3 months yesterday.
I'm having my first one today.
Talking about beer,
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
I hadn't had a beer since Gary Bernanke's house back in like January. Went out with my college buddies Thursday
Well,
night.
your choice there.
We went to a brewery in Derby, Connecticut called the Hops Company, and I had almost 5 pints of beer. All right. After about the second one, I was feeling pretty good. After the fourth one, I was feeling real good. After about the fifth or sixth one, I was like, whoa, yeah. So then we had a bunch of pizzas, and I'm like, this is great for my diet. You know?
Yeah, I think you get to the point you think, I'll have one more. I am going to regret it in the morning.
Yeah.
You know.
And then a friend of mine calls me up. He goes, "Oh, I'm glad you didn't have to drive home." I said, "What do you mean?" So
You drove
all back roads, you know. But no, it was like I said, it'd been 3 hours since I had one, but it was still though with the weight I lost and everything else. 2 of them kicked my ass. I was surprised. But you know what it was? It was a fresh wheat beer with yeast. Oh, was that good?
Oh, that's like the summer, like they call them Weiss beer, isn't it?
Yeah, Hefeweizen.
Rowdy.
Oh, was that good?
Yeah.
Dynamite.
Served really chilled. It's lovely in the summer. It's really good.
Yeah, you just tell yourself it's liquid bread. That's all you tell yourself.
Yeah. Well, Klaus is coming in with a special beer by the looks of things. Got a cork in it.
Oh, look at that.
Wow, Belgian pale ale.
Grimbergen.
Well, yeah. What do you know? It was a gift.
He's back. I'll have you guys know that I'm running on the Wi-Fi in the garage right now, so everything should be good today.
Yeah, you're doing well.
Yeah, you got a good picture there, mate. Good picture. How's your vacuum cleaner, Mick?
So how's the vacuum cleaner?
Absolutely marvelous.
Marvelous. I thought my phone keeps going thinking dark. I thought of it.
I just had that too.
Yeah, it keeps going into standby mode. I started with the blinking thing. Never used to. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. We only bought it because of this blinking. She winks at me.
Oh yeah, the hair machine.
Yeah, we bought it because of her. So yeah, we got something with a decent bit of suck on it now.
And I thought it was Nana's birthday.
Yeah, but unfortunately, when we was discussing Hoovers this morning, Nana just said to me, "I just want something that vibrates." That's all she said to me, and I was like, "Didn't she?" 78 years old, and she wants something that vibrates. So I bought her a jumping jack. So yeah, Nana's birthday today, so she's 78 years old, doing great, and took her out today just for a coffee and for a walk around the town and what have you, and we just sat out in the garden this evening. Very nice weather. Sat out in the garden, had fish and chips. Very English. Nana's favourite. And did that.
It's beautiful evening out there, Mick, isn't it? It's absolutely
beautiful.
Lovely. Yeah. The temperature went up about late afternoon. It started going up, and it's been good ever since.
Yeah, it's been nice. I did that. I had to sit and watch bloody Tom this morning dissect a 1950s cake mixing thing. That was as boring as hell, but managed to sit through that. And then Klaus came on and was talking about his cupboard and what have you. That was another boring episode. And then
the aerosol man.
Yeah, that was about it.
I need help on that.
I cut my lawn before noon, you guys. I did something before noon. That's
well, it's funny you say that about doing stuff before noon, because Hank generally does nothing before noon and nothing after.
Oh, you got me pegged.
So did you watch Bruce pulling on that generator?
Oh, I've not seen it yet. I've seen the first one. I've not seen it yet.
I felt sorry for him. I thought his arm was going to fall off.
I don't feel it. I think the thing is with Bruce is that he keeps a little bit in reserve, so I wouldn't feel sorry for him.
I had to put that. There's that cream you can put on your joints at night. Yeah. I had to use that last night and the night before.
You put that on your joint? Yeah.
It's not Voltaren. It's from the doctor. It's Voltaren times 10.
Oh, it's not like Brill cream then.
Yeah. Little
dabble. Mrs. Pete said, "Is it Vaseline?" No, darling. That's
wrong subject.
Different story. Different
story, different place.
Has anybody else ever seen a generator that is a belt driven? That's relatively modern, like in the last 30 years.
No,
never.
That thing's a beauty. It's all chromed.
Yeah. On my personal generator, it's a 8-horse, 4,500 watt, right on my own, and this one is a 10-horse, 2,700 watt.
Yeah,
it's almost like they cleaned out the factory and built a generator.
But that's a nice generator.
This is serious. A bit of kit, right?
Well, and that flathead, 10-horse with that belt, and then that generator tied to the side. That's a tough pull.
I seen it.
It filled your table right up, Bruce. I don't know why you don't get a bigger lift table.
I'm just jealous of yours. That's all. I want to stay that way.
To be fair, I've not seen mine for about a week.
Ooh, been busy, eh?
No, it's in there. I just can't physically see it, Bruce. It's full up with stuff. It's there.
Get better light.
I know it's there. I got told off by Hank today for sitting on the ground.
Why don't you just turn it on? You can hear where it is.
Oh, that's
it's electric, right?
Hey?
It's electric, right? You can just turn it on.
No,
you know where it is.
No, my one goes up and down at a relative flow with a little bit of exercise, whereas yours goes like that.
It does, doesn't it?
It looks like the morgue table that John.
Yeah. Well, I've seen some dead stuff on it too. So
to be fair, if I was John, I'd have whipped that table would have been in the back of a truck and gone home. I'd have had that.
Yeah, but do you see what he was saying about his wife there? She was watching off the decom off the bottom of her shoes.
Yeah.
Oh God Almighty! You know. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna get another
That's
coffee.
worse than dog spit.
Well, not this phone tonight. Keep going, blinking black. That's all of it.
Gotta pay your bill.
It's a sign. You need a new phone.
Well, it doesn't normally muck about, but it is today.
You made enough money this week to buy a new phone.
Ouch. I made 30 quid.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
If the IRS is asking, I'm making 30 quid. I'm
It ain't
gonna
no,
stay- I'm gonna
that's
stay with
not
that.
what I'm worried about, is it?
So.
Now, don't tell me you guys all got a stash in your wallet.
Fine, fine.
I tell you a little story. My dad, he used to hide some of his cash from my mother. And one night I was at a poker game and I couldn't get in unless I had $100. So I went home. I only had, I think, about $50. So the old man spotted me 100 and said, "We'll split your winnings." I came home in the morning. I had won $1,200, and I figured, the old man I'll give him 700. He's got his 6 plus his 100, but he wasn't up. First time in his life, he wasn't up in the morning, and him and my mother were still sleeping. So I took a big elastic band. I put the 700 on the table and said, "Thanks for spotting me the 100." I went to bed because I got home at like 9 o'clock in the morning. And when I woke up, it was supper time. And my old man grabs me, says, "We got to talk." I didn't want to talk with him. I knew what was coming. He says, "How much money did you leave me?" I said, $700. He said, "Well, I didn't get any of it. Your mother got up before I did. She wants to know where I got the 100 to give you."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I always remember my old dad used to say, if he had a fiver in his back pocket, he was happy. A fiver.
Well, my whole workshop economy is centered around this.
Genie.
Now all the thieves know where to go.
Yeah. You see if you can find this. Yeah.
I know where to go in Tom's house.
Hank, you wouldn't even get out your chair.
Hey,
I'm not sure that what's in there will pay for the airfare, Hank. So don't get up.
So my guess is that you put that pot underneath the lift and drop the lift down.
Nah, I just leave it here inside the house. It's fine. It's not a big thing. That's why I get the money to buy my parts and
I hear Klaus backpedaling now, thinking, "Christ, I should have just kept my mouth shut."
no. With you
Don't
guys,
get up.
with you guys, I'm safe, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, Klaus. Nah.
Nah. Yeah. But I actually did something this week that I never thought I would do. I removed my email from my YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
I've been pelted with questions from people who, to be fair, some of them are good questions. Some of them are relevant questions, but some of them are just plain. I mean, how can you be so dumb you don't even know how to ask a question?
To be fair, Klaus. To be fair, mate, I get the same thing. Conker emails me 3 or 4 times a week.
boy, that was quick.
What happened there? What happened there?
I answer every comment that comes in, and it gets pretty hectic when you got.
But I do too, and but in my about section or whatever community thing, I have an email set aside for Hobby Motor, and I've told people you're welcome to ask a single question. I'll do my best to reply. But when the question is, I just bought a lawn tractor, it won't start. What do you think it is?
Yeah, I get those.
Good
all.
one.
I always find, Klaus, that if you're going to respond to an email, as long as you got "Thanks for the email, many thanks, mixed mowers. Please check out my Amazon wish list. If I've helped you out, feel free to donate to the channel."
I'd like to program
that requires me to help you out, and sometimes, and I think those actually the worst ones. They are the people who think you will hold their hand through their repair process. It's like, are you?
Okay, I gotta jump in here. You got a 7-year-old video. Well, I got and it's let's say it's an old MTD garden tractor, and the guy wants to know what the part number was on that idler pulley on the deck.
Yeah, like
And actually, so what I do, I say, well, I'll Google it, get the answer, cut and paste the answer in here, and then I'll say, I Googled this, you can too.
Yeah.
Well,
But
we'll respond by saying Google your model number and look for the parts list, and it'll have it for you.
But I don't even think people realize they can do that.
No, I know.
They're not as technically savvy as the seven of us.
No, and you know what? And Bruce, and to be fair, that's perfectly okay. But
Yeah.
but then
getting
you have
tired
the
of it.
ones that yeah, but the ones that I don't know what to do, I'll ask someone. Yeah, just waste my time because you don't want to spend the time researching your problem.
Yeah.
That ticks me off on
You're
a
getting to
level.
Welcome to the club, Klaus. You're getting to be a
Yeah.
grouchy old fart.
Yeah.
I know, and I don't want
I love
to,
it.
but it's like, come on, guys. I mean, it's perfectly okay. You have a problem. I will be happy to push you in a direction that may help you, but I'm not going to do it for you. If you want me to do it for you, or someone to do it for you, go pay someone.
There's
Not
no medication.
not me, but someone else.
There's no medication for stupidity.
Well,
No,
we're getting more people that are fixing their own equipment, and they're buying parts off us now.
Ooh.
So Jake just ordered a PTO for a guy, but he ordered like the Express instead of the Wagner. Instead of $500, it was $285. Guy gave him the model number, and he told him, this is the model number, and he gave him the whole parts diagram. This is the one that goes on. Somebody had put the wrong PTO on that, so he didn't have the right bolt. Then he needs a spacer washer. So we got to look up all these parts for him. Then he wants to borrow the torque wrench because he doesn't have a torque wrench.
Never borrowed Enderby.
The guy just bought a $100 belt and a $285 PTO. So we're going to help him out.
It's pretty simple for me, Wayne, and you know what? I appreciate that, and I wish more people would do that. But I'm not a parts salesman. You can't buy a part here. I mean, I've had guys that call something, on a Sunday morning. Do you have an air filter for Bricks Quantum? I said, yeah.
Yeah, but I got 20 of them.
Yeah, but I've had a couple of guys that have done that multiple times. Call me up on a weekend saying, "Do you got a spring for a carburetor?" Yeah, I do.
Bill, you're okay, Bill.
Yeah,
there you go, Bruce.
Yeah.
Just
but,
came
but
in.
now, but I've told them now. I mean, guys, if you buy anything less than $75 equivalent, I'm going to charge you for a weekend fee or something.
I don't do that for anybody. I don't do that for anybody.
Me neither, and I don't want to. But it's like, instead of saying no, I can. Yeah, but you got to buy it for $75.
See,
otherwise, I'm going to have to charge you something.
These sales help us get free shipping because it just adds up. Everything we sell, we're going to ship.
I never thought of it on a business point of view.
Yeah. No, but I mean, people write me, Klaus, what air filter should I get? I mean, can you help me with that? Yeah. Do you got a part number? No. Do you know how to get a part number? No.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, that air filter is going to be pretty expensive because I'm going to spend 15, 20 minutes figuring out what the right part number is.
And there's a few, if they just Google how do you find the part number, there's videos out there to show you how to Google it and get your parts diagrams.
Yeah.
You see that pretty little lawn boy back there?
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
Well, it sort of is, right? It's a modern one. But it came in, and the guy who, hope he's not watching, the guy who brought it in is a rich guy, right? And he bought it at a yard sale for $10. And it was a piece of tape on it that says the choke is stuck.
Yeah.
So anyway, I get down there and I touch the choke with the screwdriver. It moves. So I thought, well, if the choke is even stuck, it's going to run if there's any fuel at all, right? So it wouldn't start. So I squirted some of my two-stroke fuel in there. So it's a plugged carburetor. It's not even a stuck choke, right?
Yeah.
So and then it was on its highest setting, self-propelled mower on its highest setting. This is all the stuff that's going through your mind before you even start working on it, right? And I thought, okay, it's probably set on the highest setting on the on the self-propel height, so that the belt tightens up and the self-propel will work. You know, like this is all the stuff that's going on in my mind.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't that bad, and I fixed the carburetor, and the belt was okay on the self-drive.
But you can't trust what people are saying.
You can't trust anything.
That's why I'm sort of tipping my hat, Wayne, that you want to deal with customers that buy parts, because if I had to sell you an air filter, it would be twice the price, because I have to spend time figuring out which one is the right one you need.
They save $8 buying it here.
Yeah.
We sell it $8 cheaper than Canadian Tire.
Yeah.
And we still make money.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Isn't that fun when you get that in? Because you know that the guy that works there has already tried to fix it.
Yeah.
Yep. That, oh man.
I know.
I always treat all people as liars. I think people bring stuff in, they've had to go out themselves, or they've done something wrong, and they will just blatantly lie. You know.
Yep.
And no, I've never put pure fuel into this two-stroke. Yes, you have.
Yeah.
I always ask people out of what's wrong with it, and they go nothing. I said, then why are you here?
Yeah.
You know. Oh, it won't start. Ah, okay. Let's start there. And I make little notes. And so, what do you want done with it? I want it to start. Okay, I'll make it start. Do you want it serviced? What? I said, do you want it serviced? No, I don't need that. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You know.
Yeah,
I don't want to service. It was serviced last year. Okay.
Oh yeah, and that little Kohler lawn boy, the oil was 1/8 of an inch below the ash.
Yeah.
That's probably got about a cup of oil in it, maybe.
That's when we write on the invoice, no guarantees on this engine because it was running low on oil.
Yeah.
We make a note.
Yeah.
So I think somebody just used that thing till it quit, put it in a shed, and then sold it at a garage sale.
We had a Honda push mower come in. You know the GCV 160s that got the lever choke?
Yeah, that's supposed to go back slowly.
Yeah. So they got the lever wired to the throttle linkage so that it'll stay on choke. And they said this thing's not running right. I said, well, who wired that up? Oh, I don't know. I didn't do it. What do you mean you didn't do it? Somebody did it. Like I didn't do it. So, anyways, I take it off. I try to start. I can't get it started. I tell them it needs a carb cleaning. When I take it apart, and they say nobody was in there. When I take it apart, all the gaskets are in the wrong position. Somebody's had they've had the carb off. They've put it back on, and the gaskets are not in the right orientation.
You know, when I make my final bill, I'm kind of like I'm sitting there. I got all the parts cost, and then how much time did I spend? I spent this, I spent that, and if I have one of those idiots like you just described, Wayne, I'm not holding back. And I got to be honest, I'm not holding back. If I had to discover that they did something to it themselves, but they lied and say they didn't,
that linkage on that Honda
diagnose time.
It's got a little lever that goes
Yeah.
Or the ones that pick it up at the dump, like Ken says, he threw it away and then they dig it to fix it.
No, but I mean, if they would just say, you know what, I just fished this one out of the skip. Can you see if you can make it run? I said, no problem. Do you want me to stop at some point? Yeah, I don't want to spend more than, I don't know, $50 on it. Perfect. I'll do that.
Take it back to the skip.
Yeah, but no, but if people were just honest, they would get a better deal.
Mm-hmm. If they're really nice, I just say, if it's going to be between $40 and $100, I won't call you. I'll just fix it. If it's over $100, I'll call you.
Yeah.
That's my usual.
Yeah, I always say before I spend any money, I'll give you a call.
I tell people that because I ask them, what do you want me to do with it? And they tell me and say, okay, if I find something that is completely off or something I think is completely wild, I'll give you a call.
Yeah.
And they go, and I've never had anyone going, why didn't you call me? No, I've never had one of those. And it's very easy. If they want the mower back, they have to pay me. Otherwise, they're not getting the mower.
Of course.
That's right. We've had a lot of them calling recently, new customers that are asking how much.
Yeah.
And I say, what do you have? And they say, it's just a push mower. And I said, okay, without me seeing it, it could be $150 to $175. And they say, what?
Yeah.
150 to 175. I said, well, I haven't seen it. Maybe it needs a new blade. Maybe it needs a new cable. Maybe the carb needs cleaning. Maybe you got water in the gas. Maybe the deck's got a hole. I don't know. Maybe your adapter, your blade adapter's broken. So if you're not looking at around the $150 area, don't even think of bringing it here.
Right. Yep. I always tell people if they want a quote, I said, you don't want a quote from me. And they go, why? Because then I have to take into account every single bolt that may be stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my normal price rate is this per hour plus parts.
Yeah. Right.
So do you want me to give you a quote? I can, but trust me, it's not to your benefit.
Yeah. That's a good point, actually, Klaus. I mean, I thought about it the other day. When I'm doing a job, I cannot honestly say I am working solidly for an hour. I charge by the hour, but I'm not working actually doing the job constantly. I'm not at work. I'm not piece working.
Neither am I. But I have a good idea of. I mean, a regular mower with self-propel that needs a full service. There's nothing wrong with it. It just needs a service.
Yeah.
I know that's going to run in the area of $80 to $90 US.
Yeah.
In that area. So if then I need to do a cable, well, then I add the cable price plus a little bit of time. If the blade boss is wonky, I put another one. I put the cost of that and another 10 minutes. Yeah.
But it's the cables that take the time invariably.
Yeah, I mean, I always try to repair cables. I mean, I have the inner cable and I have those little C-bend they can screw on.
Yeah.
I try to do that because usually the OEM pre-assembled cable things.
I went and bought a bunch of that 5mm bicycle tubing for the brakes on a handlebar on a bike.
Yeah.
And then you can slip the steel or the steel cable through that. It's a little sloppy, but it works. It's just a little skinny. It's a little skinny, is all.
Yeah.
No, but it's. I think the cable, the majority of the cable I use is either 1.4 mil or 2 mil for the bigger machines.
But if it's a $40 beater and you're going to sell it for $60 to a single mom, that works just great.
You're right. No, but I mean that's what I do, Conk. I estimate. I mean, if it's a regular push mower without self-propel, it's usually around the area of about $45 for a service, which is a filter, a plug, check for water,
plug, oil, blade sharpen,
and blade sharpen. Yeah, and some people say, "Do you clean the mower?" I say, "I can." Do you want me to? And they go, yeah, I'd like it clean. No problem. I charge. And I'm pretty expensive when it comes to cleaning because I don't want to.
I know you are.
I don't want to
clean them because I just hate working on dirty stuff.
Yeah, so do I. I mean, I clean them if it's necessary for the job, but in terms of cleaning it for as part of maintenance, I charge separate for that, and I'm pretty expensive. I charge like $60 for a riding lawnmower, and about $35 to $40 for a regular push mower.
Yeah, I charged a guy the other day. I might put pictures up, but £10 a power wash off for £10.
Yeah.
Now it actually takes me 10 minutes.
I charge a little more because I have to drag it outside and soap it up and. Sometimes when you clean things, then there are things you have to consider, blah, 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 all that. So, and I don't want, I mean, I want to repair them. I don't want to wash them.
No, I agree. There's nothing worse to get underneath there. There's cat shit, dog shit.
Dog shit. Dog shit.
Oh, are we on dog shit again? I just went to get the coffee.
Dog shit is a default clean, and you will have to pay for it.
Yeah, it's just I'm not going to play around with stuff like that.
No, it's not getting in. It's not getting in the shop if it stinks.
I always say to people, make sure it's clean before you bring it in. Otherwise, I'm going to charge you.
I tell people that the best money you can save is clean it before you bring it.
Yeah.
Scrape your deck. You know?
Yeah.
Scrape your deck.
Yeah. I don't scrape people's deck unless it's needed for the repair. I mean, or they pay me for it.
Yeah. I'll do it if I'm flipping the mower off. I'll clean it all up properly then. But that's
sure, and that. But yeah,
and we do our own. I do ours every time Anne uses ours because Anne cuts the grass.
Yeah.
And every time, without fail, we clean the deck inside.
But every mower, walk behind mower with self-propel that's in for a service, I will always take the self-propel mechanism apart, clean it, lube it, and put it back together. Always.
Sorry, you take what?
I take it apart, I clean it, and I lubricate it, and I put it back together, so it's good to go for another year. I mean, I grease them up, all of them.
Yeah. I mean, I bought ours secondhand 4 years ago, and it's as good to this day as it was when I bought it. Yeah. And it was secondhand when I bought it. In fact, it's probably better now, but I look after it. I service it every year. I sorted out the hunting. It's got a plastic carb. I sort that out. Well, I put a 0.5, a 0.5.5 drill up through the main jet, and it never hunts every time.
Yeah. So close. When you're doing a self-propelled mower, you're actually taking the tranny apart, unbolting it, and putting new grease in it.
No, not the transmission, but the little cogs and mechanism, but by the wheels. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I do that. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were talking about tranny because they could buy a new one then.
Yeah. No, I don't do that unless the only time I take those apart if there is an off chance that lubing it will help, which is rare. It's rare.
That's why I like our snapper self-propelled. It's got a port at the back. You unscrew it, and you put 00 grease in it.
Yep.
And I've got 6 quarts still on order, back order for 6 months now. 6 months.
I just purchased another quart the other day. Isn't that funny?
I got it from Oregon, MTD. It's 6 months. And I haven't got it. Haven't got it yet.
This is rotary.
Yeah.
Yeah. This comes from MTD. I think it's Oregon's 00 grease. Yeah. Back ordered. It's been 6 months. We got 6 quarts on order.
Nice.
And we got people calling us up that want to buy it because they're working on snow blowers right now for this winter.
Yep.
Michael Roberts was asking a question about the deck cleaning, that part that you stick the hose on.
Yeah.
I don't think that really is that good. It helps some, but I think you're putting moisture under there, and if you don't allow it time to dry or scrape it off.
I found that if you if you clean your deck and then you start rinsing it through that wash port every time right after you're done mowing, it works fantastic. But if you let grass dry,
right?
Yeah,
it's not gonna take that. It's not gonna do anything to that.
No. And you got to drop the mower right down to its lowest level.
Oh yeah, and you got to have enough water pressure and all that.
Yeah.
But if you use it every time right after you're done mowing, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, but all our decks that leave here, they're all undercoated with Rust Cure 3000.
Yeah.
And the people will get a deck back or a mower back in 5 years. And when we clean the debris off it, it looks exactly like the pictures we've got of it from 5 years ago.
Yeah. That's nice. I will rust protect a deck, but I charge for it because
we charge. Yeah, we charge, but the price of that stuff went up to $16 plus tax a can at Canadian Tire now.
Wow. Yeah.
How much do you use on one deck, Wayne?
On a large, let's say, triple blade riding mower deck, we'll use maybe a quarter of a can.
Right.
And then, we'll brush it out. And then on a push mower, I might get 8 to 10 push mowers with a can.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So think about it. I'm charging $3.50 plus tax to do one on a push mower. So if I do 10, I'm making $35, and I'm buying it on sale for right now $8.95 plus tax on sale. So it's like $25 profit just on the product.
Yeah. Can you claim your tax back like we can here over the
Yeah.
VAT? You can.
Yeah, because we're registered with the government,
Yeah.
so we've got an HST number.
Klaus, this question's for you, Vincent.
Yeah, Vincent, most engine manufacturers tell you never to put any oil additives in the oil, because every single oil additive out there is designed for cars. Your mower is running at a much higher temperature, and you will get a weird result from it. So don't use any oil additives.
Yeah.
That's just good advice.
Yeah. I give it to the oil expert.
Thank you. That'll
Every
be
time.
that'll be $10, please.
Checks in the post, Klaus.
Thank you.
Oh dear. We looks like we've lost Ken and Mick for a minute or two.
Yeah, they're together. Yeah.
Yeah. I was hoping Stella might be up again today. I'm not sure. Is she working or not? We don't know.
Who?
Stella.
Stella. Yeah, she must be.
So next week when I see you guys, I just picked up gas, 91 octane. I got to test the ethanol content, and I'll know what I'm getting here in Canada now.
You won't see us next week.
Not next week. Why? Where are you going?
Terrell's.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say I should be cancelling next Saturday, Wayne.
Okay. All right.
Taro's doing a live one, I believe. Is that right, Henry?
Yes.
And I think it's
what's
roughly
his
the same
live on?
time.
7:00. Well, the same usual our time.
Okay.
Wayne, just a question on Chubby Butcher.
Yeah.
There she is.
Do you know? Do you have any idea when he'll do a hobby motor burger?
I think right now he's working 5 days. He's got
Okay.
next weekend off. I don't know what his plans are, but I know he said it's coming up.
Yeah, because
But I will. But
as soon
since
as
you
he-
took your email off, and I don't have your email written down. I might be able to. I might be able to go back. I don't know. Anyways, I'll let you know on one of the comments on your videos.
No, but I mean, I'll give him and Jake a big as a push as I can. I think a hobby motor burger would be a good.
Oh yeah, he'll do one.
Set off point, and I'll promote him as much as I can. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's going to be doing an EP burger too.
Yep.
I don't know when that's coming up.
No.
And I just got him for a present. I bought him a disc, the plow discs, the circular ones. So I got to weld that up and make a disco, and we're going to weld his logo on the bottom of it for him.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, whenever I watch his channel, I mean, it's not like a regular cooking show. It's just, but it does make my stomach rumble.
Did you see the ship in the last one? The one that was built the same time as the Titanic?
No, I haven't.
They pulled it through the Welland Canal. It looked like a mini Titanic, and it was built at the same time, and this thing still floats.
Wow.
I think 1907.
They did good ironworks in those days.
Yeah.
No, but I mean his channel. I mean the stuff he makes is so home cooking type of thing. Everybody can do it, and you can almost smell it through the video. It's
he gets a little depressed sometimes. He thinks the subs are gonna just pop up. He thought he'd be at 1,000 already. I said it takes time. Just keep pumping that 1 week out every week a video. If you can't do one the following week, just let them know you were busy with work. You didn't have time to do one. Get one out every week if you can. And eventually you'll get there.
Yeah. I've been stuck on 330 odd for months, Wayne, but I've not put any video out now for some weeks.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
And you only got so many people that watch the lives, and they're already subscribers.
Sure, that's exactly right. Yeah.
Hi, Stella.
Well,
We'll
I have
have to
got,
put
I have
something
got
out.
a mystery object here, guys, tonight. If you're
Oh
interested,
yeah.
if you're
Hold on, let me loosen up. I'm ready. I'm ready.
you ready? Go for it. There we go. There you go. There you go. Ah,
Yeah, oh yeah, no, yeah. Let's go.
let's
Yeah,
let's,
let's go.
let's have a look. See if I can find it for you guys. Where are we? Right, here you go. Mystery object. See what you think.
Oh, that is a do hummer.
The rigament take for a doodad.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's see. What don't we know? We know, or do we know? We know it's not chromed. It's got the. What the heck is that?
Kind of
Notch?
scrape.
A little bit of music in the background there, maybe.
Some kind of scraper.
You know what I think it is? I think it's a clock winding key.
Or
That's
a
an
roller,
extremely good guess, Klaus, but totally wrong.
roller
Ah,
skating key.
yeah. Roller skating key. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's for the old roller skates. Yeah.
What's
Now,
that little
key in there has something to do
Hank?
with it.
Hank. What's that? What's that little notch?
That was
Yeah, that's
probably
the
to,
interesting bit, isn't it? Yeah, that's the interesting bit.
That's-
I have to be honest with you guys. When I looked this up today, I've never even heard of this tool, and it is a tool.
okay.
I never even knew such a thing existed, to be honest with you. And it's something that would, I'm not sure about you guys, but I would never ever use. So it's really obtuse, this one.
Is it a torque wrench, Conk?
No, sir. In fact, it's got nothing to do with engineering, motors,
Okay.
or engineers.
Oh, that's why I don't know. Oh,
Yeah. And it's so I've never heard of. I didn't even knew this existed.
I think it's a
I'd be
safe.
amazed if anybody gets it. I'll be frank with you.
is it part of a scale device? Something that weighs things?
Piano key.
No,
Yeah,
piano key.
piano
no,
key
it's
holder. No,
Not.
no.
It's absolutely nothing to do with engineering.
All righty.
Vince, a knitting needle gauge. No, sir. I will be amazed if anybody gets it.
Has it got
Yeah.
anything to do with pianos?
No, sir.
Ice chopper.
No, sir.
Huh.
A really tough one. In fact, if I could show you the whole picture, I'm not sure it'd even help, but I'm going to. All right?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you the whole picture.
They
Where
got
are we?
another thing. Yeah, on the other side.
There you go.
Oh,
Whoa.
Oh, that's a butter knife.
Now, if you were Ken, you may well be looking that up by now.
a number one, the Dexter, huh?
And I think personally, you would need to look it up to find out about it.
Yeah. It's a cigar box opener.
You've got it. That's exactly what it is.
That's
Wow.
That's what Google says.
Yeah.
I'm not claiming credit here.
No.
But,
How
but
it
that-
works, I really don't know. Because, as you know, or you probably don't know, cigars come in a sealed wooden box.
Yeah.
With a paper seal on it around the edges. And this is designed to cut open that paper seal. How it works, I have no idea. I'm trying to work it out.
It even has a part number, believe it or not.
Yeah. But I just thought I'd put it on there for a bit of fun, actually.
It's good fun. So that thing on the blade is to prevent it from going too deep.
I've,
That's what I would assume. Yeah.
I would have assumed that, although I did wonder then if it was something you use a hammer on to knock it in to break the seal.
Ah, yeah.
So you knock the because obviously you would need to go in, because obviously it's a hinged box.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't want to go in too far to damage the contents. Obviously, with your expensive cigars.
Yeah.
So there, bit of fun.
That was a good one, Conk.
Yeah.
That was a
Well,
good one.
I honestly didn't think anyone was going to get it. That's why I told you basically what it
Now,
was.
do you have it?
No, no, I don't. Oh, the last time I smoked a cigar, I gave up smoking 32 years ago, and when I took my voluntary redundancy from the Ministry of Ag, and I was then in my mid-30s. They bought me what they call a Castella, which is a cigar about yay long that you could buy in pubs in those days. They cost £1.
Yeah.
And somebody bought me one, to celebrate. And I took 2 puffs of this and felt violently sick. Went green. The room spun round, and I've never smoked from that day on.
No.
It was
It's a thing that I've never. I'm an ex-smoker too. I smoke cigarettes like you won't believe, but it's been 20 years since I've had a cigarette. So
yeah.
But cigars has always been like, this is a very fine cigar. It's a smooth taste. I'm kind of like, it tastes like crap. It fills my mouth with some sort of a coating that I can't get rid of for 2 days. And if I inhale the stuff, I'm gonna turn green.
Exactly, I don't think you're supposed to inhale a cigar.
No, you're not. But then, I mean, if you're a cigarette smoker, you're used to inhaling, right?
Yeah.
So
on some of the cruise ships, they have speciality cigar smoking rooms.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Cunard at the moment. It's called the Churchill Room. When this is a fully enclosed, air-conditioned room with extractor fans and all these cigars in these cases, costing hundreds of dollars, some of them.
Yeah.
And you go in there.
No, but I mean, if there was enjoyment involved, but it doesn't taste right. And if you chew on the damn thing, it tastes even worse.
You get sick.
Yeah.
But you go into these rooms, people are all smoking fags.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ends up being enjoyable.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm an anti-smoker now. After all these years, I cannot abide the smell of it.
But I mean, if somebody lights up a pipe, that can smell wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, really, really wonderful. Cigarettes, nah, they never smell good. Cigars, to some extent. Say what, Hank?
Marijuana.
Yeah, but that just makes the room spin too fast. That's not. The smell is okay, but it's a little distinct, and the cops apparently know how it smells too. So
there used to be a tobacco come from Holland called. Yeah. It was very, very perfumed.
Yeah.
And it smelled really nice. It really
did. It does. It's those blue pouches.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's perfumed.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice.
But it's still smoke, and it still kills you. Yeah. There's Wayne there puffing away on the O2 now. Look.
This is lemon flavored.
Really?
What's the smell like?
Doesn't have a smell.
No.
No, it just tastes like lemon. It's a lemon frost vape.
What do you think? Do you think it's doing any good, Wayne? I mean, it's several.
I haven't had a cigarette in a couple of months now.
Oh, that's good news. Well done, you, mate.
Yeah, but I went from 245 to 260.
Well,
I got to get out golfing with the wife.
That's just another nail that needs to be hammered in. But at least you're not smoking.
Sorry, Ken. What was that you're showing?
Carburetor.
Hutzel.
Yeah, Honda. He ordered the wrong one. This one, the newer ones have this big black thing on the end for the choke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ordered the one for the old style. It doesn't have that. So
Honda has. I mean, if you look into Honda has a gazillion versions of that carburetor.
This is the Thermowax.
It's not even funny,
Yeah. Well, he said, Amazonia, I got the carb. I go, what carb did you get? And it came, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah, I just got my first Thermowax Honda engine in yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, my personal mower has a Thermowax in it. I replaced it last year for the first time since this machine is from 2014. So
this one was 2016, I think.
Yeah. But I gotta say, when that system works, it works like a charm.
Yeah.
And it's a one pull wonder. It always has been.
Yeah. All of my stuff starts first pull.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it doesn't leave.
Well, if you got an old Briggs with a diaphragm carburetor, you're hard pressed to get them to start first pull every time.
Yeah, when I was younger, to get that one pull start, then you accomplished something, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I always give it the 3/4 stroke though to get it just off the compression. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't count that as a pull.
Okay.
Except that lawn boy that Bruce had in the background there.
Yeah.
I remember we did one where we were doing that, the little pull to get it off the compression stroke, and the thing was firing up. And Jake and I couldn't believe it. Like you'd pull the recoil 4 or 5 inches without yanking, and the thing would start up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the landscapers, he bought it 4 years ago. It's self-propelled, but it's straight gas. He just called me up. He bought 2 brand new Husqvarna self-propelled mowers for his business because he figured it's about time he got something brand new. And he called me the other day to wonder if we had any self-propelled mowers. And I said, no, I got one. The rest are all sold. I said, why? What's going on? I said, the lawn boy give up? He said, no, that's the best lawnmower I ever bought. I bought 2 brand new Husqvarnas last year at the end of the year on sale from the dealer. They're both in for warranty work, and the parts are on back order.
Huh.
And they're brand new.
I don't think Husqvarna makes a commercial grade mower. I really don't.
No, he's using residential mowers for commercial work.
Yeah, and that's inviting problems right there. I mean, if you're making money on your tool, Christ's sake, buy a Honda and be done with it.
But that lawn boy's still going strong, and that thing was an old lawn boy.
Yeah, but I mean, some of them.
You need a good lawn boy just for those hillsides, you know.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
You guys, that was my stepmom. Believe it or not, at this age, I have a stepmom.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Yeah, cool.
So Mother's Day tomorrow, right? We sent her some flowers, so she was phoning to thank.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I think we've had mothers. I don't know. We've had mothers. You know, I'm sorry. It's one of my pet things. It's Mother's Sunday, Father's Sunday, somebody else's Sunday, and somebody else's that. You think the card companies must make a bloody fortune out of us mums. You know, they really must do.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where it all came from, but
Teachers' Day, Nurses' Day, all those.
Yeah, there's all of them, Henry.
Uncle's Day, Secretary's Day.
They should have a small engine mechanic day.
Yeah. I think we ought to vote that one in, Wayne.
Yeah.
Well, Trudy's the manager of acquisitions and dispositions, but there's no day for that. You know, she's really good at that. Since she took over, I've got 6 mowers out there that I haven't even touched yet.
Well, you can always send some stuff over to me, Bruce, because at the moment I've got 2 cylinders that are built ready on the market for sale. I've got 1 coming in tomorrow, and that's it. That's all I've got here. And a rebuild on that. That still chainsaw, the MS-181, had an oil leak on it. I found out the problem with that. So
these are all trade-ins, every one of them from mowers I've fixed.
Yeah. The oil leak on that chainsaw is the clutch cover is worn along the bottom, so there's no seal. So it seals around that block where the oil comes out. So I just put a new one on.
That's quite uncommon. That's a fairly new style of saw.
Yeah, this one's been misused, Bruce. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, whoever had it didn't look after it. To be honest with you, I put a lot of time in, a lot of money into it, but it was given to me free. So, you know, there's still money in it. I might even hang on to it myself. You know,
I'm going to talk to you, experienced gentleman. I'm going to ask you about this little saw I got here. Just hang on.
That's like my shop. Bang, boom, bang.
Hope it all goes well, Vincent, mate.
Yeah.
Wish you all the best.
Have you guys ever seen one like this?
Nope.
That's a weird looking blade.
Columbia.
It's as heavy as an old, what do you call them, Pioneer?
Yeah.
But I don't.
That's an interesting cover.
Aluminum. Yeah,
Yeah.
no plastic on that baby.
Yeah.
No, I can hardly hold it up.
Yeah.
And it's only like a 35, 40 cc.
Huh.
There's no kickback bar on it, nothing, right?
Yeah. Danger.
I don't know how I get this old stuff. Guys,
It's not coming for repairs, Bruce, has it?
he says if I can get it running, don't just do a carbon fuel lines. If that doesn't fix it, you're gonna have it. So it's mine. It's probably gonna be mine anyway because I think there's probably crank seals and everything on it gone.
Bruce, that's just because you hang around with a bunch of old guys, I guess.
I do. Well, you know what? I've said this in all my videos, right? The company that I work for, we're in a city of back then 80,000 people, and there was 500 of us, and now there's 70.
Yeah.
That's why all these companies are making so much
about that, Bruce. Is it an MTD product?
I don't know. Columbia it says on there.
It's likely pretty old.
Yeah.
Likely, what do you think? In the late 60s?
It almost smells like a home light, but it doesn't have the lines. It's probably a Pioneer, eh? Or like, you know what? They used to make a skill, SKILL saw too, right? So you don't know what it is.
Yeah. So Kenny, you commented on one of Jake's videos, I think when he was using his battery tester that you haven't seen, or maybe that was the RPM. That was the RPM gauge where you said, I haven't seen an analog RPM meter for a long time.
Yeah, I have that exact same one. I got it probably 20 years ago.
And then we were talking about that, right? And we've got an analog battery tester.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Jake. I says, why don't you go and they've got all kinds of videos where they're using these new computerized battery testers, right? Mm-hmm. He went and bought one, top of the line review and everything. I think it cost $200. Now we've just sold, because he bought that, he sold 6 batteries, because when the riding mowers come in, we can tell the customer, you got a full charge. It's a 230 cranking amp battery, but it's only throwing out 160 cranking amps. Yeah. And you got 35% life expectancy. You want a new battery? And they say, yeah, put one in.
Yeah, all right.
Straight away.
You got some batteries.
The first
got some batteries kicking around for your stuff.
Yeah, so basically the first week, it's already paid for half of itself.
Yeah, good stuff.
Is it a Top Don or Schumacher, or what is it?
No, I don't know the name. He'll likely do a video on it. It's one of the top brands. It's likely made in China too, though.
Yeah, I've got a couple of Top Dons. They work really good.
I've got an older one that has its own analyzer in it, and it does a tiny bit of that sulfation before it turns on.
Yeah, we've got the Noco battery charger, got the repair mode where it desulfates.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a couple of these batteries, because we've actually saved about 50% of the batteries we get in.
Yes.
We desulfated them and got them up to 95 or 89%.
Yeah. I've got a little tractor battery from 2008. It's still chugging away, 90%.
Yeah.
That's crazy, eh?
Yeah.
But the guy who, I bought my tractor, he's an old telephone guy and they understand electricity, but he took the battery out of the tractor every winter and put it in the garage on a piece of wood. I know that's a controversy all on its own, right?
I know, the concrete myth.
Yeah, concrete wood doesn't matter, but the thing is you took it out.
No, he's putting it on a barrier that stops it from discharging.
Yeah, that's right. It's it's micro amps.
Yeah, even a piece of cardboard will work, just to give it a barrier between the cold surface.
Yeah, never put a battery on concrete. Never.
No, or even asphalt.
Yeah.
Because it's cold.
Yep.
But I think that a battery will last a long time. I read something someplace that a battery should be charged at least to a minimum every 6 months.
Right.
So if you take it out and it's beyond the 6 months, you're actually defeating, like the battery is starting to break down. But if you like yours that you just said how old it is, if you've been keeping it charged every 6 months, it may last you forever.
I throw it on that little older analyzer charger every 3 months.
Trickle charger.
Well, it goes up to 12 amps if you want.
You're just talking some. Sorry, guys, to butt in here. I've not heard this about putting a battery on cold floor before. It's not something I'm aware of. So you're saying it should only be put on a warm floor on?
Well, it's a discussion that people have.
A piece of wood, piece of rubber, something between.
So what about if you left it in the mower itself then, which is not on the floor?
No, that's fine.
But it's on. Well, it's not good for it to sit in there. But if you left it in there for a year, it's going to die.
Yeah.
It's
but if you take a really good voltmeter, right, and if you go from the ground post and you go to the battery, sitting there, and you can go across the skin of the battery, the plastic of the battery, and down, you'll actually measure microvolts between the ground and the plastic case of the battery with a good meter, like a fluke.
Yeah.
Microvolts. We're talking microvolts. And that eventually drains it out.
Yeah, it's just the temperature that affects the battery.
Yeah.
So in theory, then you should keep them in a warm place, and not necessarily the house, but the garage or somewhere.
Yeah.
My garage never freezes. It's always above +3 Celsius.
If a battery goes below 12 volts and the temperature goes below 0, the battery will freeze.
Yep.
Above 12, it will not freeze.
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot of
Well,
guys
yeah.
I know buy these little battery tenders, and maybe their shed's got, their shed or their garage, they've got power in it, so they plug in a battery tender.
Yeah.
And the tender just keeps that battery charged all year round.
Yeah, that's what I
It's
have.
like a trickle charge. They call it trickle charge, don't they?
Yeah.
I've got 2 of those.
And
Well,
they obviously
get a good tender, because you can buy a garbage tender too,
That's right.
You want
Didn't you put one on your battery for your diesel heater, Hank?
Yes, I did. And it
Yeah.
lasted. I'm using that battery now on my Ryder.
You need something that'll go up to 2 amps, even if you don't need it. And then it'll actually charge your battery, get it there, and then keep it there.
Now, here's a question for you. You know the motors that run the chutes on the snow blowers?
Yeah.
Yeah, you press the button and the chute turns one way or the
I
other.
don't usually get anything that fancy, here.
No, but what is that motor running off of? Is it?
Oh, I think it's running off the spark.
It's
If there's
running
no
off of
battery on-
DC.
No battery on the yeah. If there's no battery on the
I don't know why people buy these snow blowers with those because that's got to be the 5th one that and I think they're $173 for that motor.
Right.
Yeah, but look at the hand warmers. There's no battery on those.
Yeah, it runs off the stator.
That's off the
If there's,
state.
if there's a stator, yes. If
Yeah.
there's
So
a
why isn't that chute running off the stator?
Yeah,
Probably.
that's likely what it's running
Well,
on.
it should
yeah.
be if there's no battery. Yeah.
Yeah,
Usually snowblowers don't have a battery.
Right.
no. You would think somebody's going to make one with a battery.
Yeah.
Well, it's cold out, eh?
No, but
But
for
you know-
starting.
But you
Instead
have
of
to
having
keep.
to plug them
I've
in.
had, and I'm bet you this is the same for you, Wayne. You get these snowblowers come in, and they've got no pull rope. They have an electric start plug-in AC starter.
Yeah,
What happens when you get 3 blocks down to the neighbor's place
no, right.
and
Yeah.
it quits?
Yeah,
You don't have any rope to pull it.
Yeah.
They used to put the pull ropes on Riders too.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I think they should.
I have it
still
on
do
my rider.
Yeah, on the snapper. They have them on and a few of the old models. They still got them.
Yeah,
But,
mine doesn't have electric start. It's only pull start.
Yeah.
It's not something we have to worry about over here. We don't. I've never ever seen a snowblower over here in the UK, ever.
You're lucky.
Yeah, well, we just don't. Well, certain parts they get a lot of snow, obviously up north especially. But down here we just got a big broad shovel and a bit of salt and get on with it.
Right.
Yeah,
Live where I live, a snowblower is, and you're older, a snowblower is almost a necessity if you own a home.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
as this weather keeps changing, England is going to start getting more snow.
Have you guys heard about the heat dome we're under right now?
Nope.
Oh,
That's from the fires in Alberta.
Yeah, there's 90 fires in Alberta. 27 of them are out of control.
Yeah.
There's 30,000 people displaced from their homes. And
Wow.
In the next week, we're going to 30 above or more, which is what, 95 Fahrenheit,
Yeah.
with a south wind. Can you believe that? So it's going to blow that fire right up into the Northwest Territories and beyond.
Stella says she touched one once. What's she talking about?
I hope it's a snowblower, Henry, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
So you're far away from the fires, Bruce?
Well, Drayton Valley is an hour and a half away from here, and the entire town of Drayton Valley has been evacuated. It's about 7,000 people.
Wow.
So an hour and a half. So that's not that far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
It's
about
bad.
the wildlife? Does it have a huge impact on the wildlife there, Bruce? Because obviously you're blessed with an amazing array of wildlife there, aren't you?
Well, I think the wildlife can run.
Yeah.
It's the small birds like the little grouse and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they're the robins and stuff, I think, can take off, but the ground living birds like grouse, they have a hard time. I think the moose can probably get into a creek and run like hell.
Yeah.
But I'm not,
The
But
temperature
even so, then
underground, if they're living underground, the temperature doesn't really go underground.
No.
but some of those fires burn underground for 2 years after it's over because of the moss.
Yeah, if you got peat moss area, yeah, it'll burn
Yeah.
for.
Oh, yeah,
long
it's moss.
Yeah.
Muskeg. Have you ever heard the term muskeg?
Bruce,
Yeah.
Like they rely on the area for the food and stuff. The fires will burn their food.
Yeah, but usually after a fire, things will start to sprout
Yeah.
really fast.
So we're not getting any rain, eh? Like,
No.
No, oh yeah.
well, we had rain this week here. My grass, it was yellow last time you saw it, Klaus. When I mowed it today, it's coming up behind the lawnmower as fast as I can cut it.
They used to burn their grass years ago instead of fertilize.
Yeah.
So you can get that
And they had a fire. He's an environmentalist, but they had a fire expert on TV, and he was saying that 500 years ago the natives would burn strips so they wouldn't get these huge buildups of bush, on the north side of a river or something like that. That now just going tinder dry and flying up. They have some. Oh my God! Some of the videos they've got. I bet you those flames are going 400 feet into the air, and it leaves a cloud like a mushroom cloud, like something you'd see in the atomic age. It's just nuts. It's just nuts.
Back many years ago, they used to do more controlled burns than they do now.
Yeah.
Well, and then they didn't put them out.
They quit doing it, and now they're paying the price.
And I don't know if do you have tamarack trees around where you are, Wayne?
No,
They're a carnivorous tree that has needles, but they drop the needles in the winter.
Yeah.
Then those needles sometimes stay on the trees and get just tinder dry.
Yeah.
And those the whole strips of tamarack go up and woof. That's where you get that 300-foot flame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Because a tree with leaves won't burn as much as a tree with needles.
Yeah.
I was just watching on TV tonight that here we've had, and usually it's pretty rainy here, but so far in May, 1 millimeter rain. One.
Right. That's where we are too. No, I shouldn't say that. We got an inch last week, and my grass I fertilized before it happened, and but they didn't. Even 2 hours north, they didn't get that rain. We just had it was a freak thing. We got 4 days of rain, and it's been perfect for my potatoes and my.
Well, you're welcome to our rain over here.
Did you water your lawn and your garden?
Yes, I watered the lawn before it rained, so now it even pushed it further down. My timing was perfect.
Good. That's a good feeling, by the way.
It is. I'm going to show you. It's quick.
Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Speaking of Canada,
Hi guys.
if you look, whoa, I'm all right.
Wow.
If you look behind me, that's pretty green for here.
Yeah.
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 looks
It's
nice.
I got a few dead spots on the edge. You see down there?
Yeah.
How warm is it, Bruce?
Today we're going to 28, which
That's
is
warm.
Which is
85.
really nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it went from snow to
But
snow to heat.
but it's really dry heat, right?
Yeah,
So
It's not a healthy heat. It's not healthy at all.
No.
Henry, you're in charge a minute, mate.
Okay.
Why is it always Henry that gets put in
Henry's
charge?
giving stuff away again,
I
Phil.
haven't gone yet.
He's selling out. I'm telling you.
Wayne's in charge.
No, Henry's in charge. I got it. Look at, I got a sunburn, I think.
Yeah.
You got a green shirt on, Steve? Yeah, you do. Almost.
I don't. No, I don't have one.
Green Day.
Let me help you with a
Put
link.
the link up.
I will. Hey, Klaus. Last time I was on, I asked you for a link, but I wasn't. I did it in the chat, and nobody gave me the link. So yeah, I want a link. I want a
Hold
shirt.
on. I'll
buy one.
I'll be right there. Hold on.
Get a hat too. See?
When I grow up, I'm gonna get my
So,
own.
Steve, Bruce was saying earlier that most of us guys respond to all the comments. For you, with the comments you get, is it possible that you can't physically respond to them all? Can you?
Oh my God, the video I put out yesterday. I don't know how many comments I got on that. I know I can't keep up with them.
No, you can't.
It's
Impossible.
impossible.
No,
It is impossible.
If I'm getting 60 comments a day, Steve, you have to be getting 600.
Well, on all of my videos put together, yeah,
Right.
and plus emails.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
and-
Not just the one you made today, but
Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
I
yeah,
have a group. I have a group comments page, and I have to look to the right to see which video it came
Yeah.
from. And some of them are 7 or 8 years old. I can't comment.
How about the guys that comment? How come you're not answering my comment question?
Yeah, I had a guy from that. That was a 5-year-old video. I responded to him. I said, we didn't get that comment until just recently. When you said,
No, can you go look at this? No, the mower's been at the junkyard probably for 5
Yeah.
years.
Well, and sometimes I'll say, like on that MTD tractor that I hung up here like a dead moose. I said I parted that out 6 years ago.
There
Hey,
it is. Happy
Wayne,
Yeah.
you know why that might have happened? Because the guy edited his comment.
could be.
Yeah, and then it redoes it and it pops up again if they edit an old comment. Yeah.
So I'm still at the point where I can answer all my comments, but I bet you as soon as I'm over 100,000 subscribers, that's going to stop.
I can't reply to all my people that comments, but I won't. Because
I do. Thanks for it.
I may not have positive things to say all the time.
That's
You know
because
what?
you charged
If
that
I
guy too much to wash the dog shit off his tires.
Yeah.
Just for a lesson, though, if I have a video that's like a 3 out of 10 on popularity, which is good, 1 out of 10 is great, 3 out of 10 is fair, and 10 out of 10 is poor. If I've got a 3 out of 10 video and I answer every comment that comes in over that day, it might pop it to 2 out of 10 or 1 out of 10 for popularity.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but I mean, I think I think it may have been Chicanic that at some point says that I'll reply to every comment in my latest video. Yeah, and she sort of indicates that if you write a comment within a day or two,
At the
she will
beginning,
reply.
yeah.
And I think that's actually quite a good approach.
I think there's no way, like my channel is just that size where I can manage it all by myself. But if my channel gets much bigger, I'm going to need help managing my channel.
Yeah.
You feel that way, Steve? Like, you've got April to help.
Yeah, right,
Good.
Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, Nick.
Actually, April doesn't actually do the comments. That's all up to me. But
Yeah. See, Trudy does all of the. She finds the mowers and snow blowers and tillers and all that stuff, and she sells them too, eh? And that
You're a lucky man, Bruce.
that takes the load off this old guy's head, man.
Oh yeah.
I hate selling stuff.
Do you get a percentage or does she keep it all?
Well, she's a good cook.
My wife too,
Safe,
buddy.
Bruce, good save.
And I get to sleep. I get to sleep with the business manager.
Yeah. That's worth something too.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, having someone doing that deal there, Bruce, that's absolutely sweet, isn't it?
Isn't it? Because she's retired. She's retired, and And she looks after our great niece. Well, oh no, everything falls apart when our little great niece shows up. You guys know that. I don't get a lunch. I get nothing. I had a banana for lunch just 10 minutes ago.
See? Yeah. Maybe it's time you join a union or something.
I was in a union. I was in a union for 34 years. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. You do what you do.
So, Klaus, I just clicked on your link there to get a shirt.
Yeah.
And it's a big thing popped up and said virus detected. No, I'm kidding, buddy. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Jeez, you had me going there for a second, Steve.
I just got my laptop. I just got this laptop back from the 2-year warranty at Costco.
Huh.
I was getting a what do you call it? Some kind of a bi-link, a blue screen of death thing on my laptop.
Yeah.
So
I
the
sent it
blue
off to them.
screen of death, they call it, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
brutal.
it was a driver error, a blue screen of death driver error. And they said they couldn't find anything, but they changed it from Windows 10 to Windows 11. And so far it seems to be running. So I don't know.
Don't have a problem with my Mac.
It's a cult. It's a cult. It's a cult.
I'm trying to get Jake to put a laptop or a computer in the shop so I don't have to come in the house and search for everything all the time.
Yeah, that's what this one does.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe it was iron filings that killed it.
I bought a cheap $200 Lenovo regular laptop. I have that in the shop because if I'll use the keyboard with oily fingers. It usually lasts for a couple of years, and then I spill brake clean on it, and I need another one.
I have a towel. I have a towel I keep over this one when it's not being used.
Yeah.
Ken, there's a question there for you, mate.
Yeah, answer.
What was the problem?
No, that's the one where Steve and I were talking too about the lean condition where the guy had put the straight gas in and finally admitted to me that he did use straight gas. But I think he was getting low on 2-stroke, and he went to Home Depot and bought straight instead of mix.
Yeah.
Oh, and it ran for a little while, and then blah blah blah.
Yeah, it might not be a lean issue.
Yeah.
But I ran into two. One was a 350 BT, and the other one was a 150 BT, which is the same piston and cylinder, and all that stuff is the same on both those.
Yeah, we call those the child backpacks, the 150s.
You know what? They're not that much smaller. It's you're talking about those little tiny little ones that are blow no harder than a handheld one.
Yeah, I know I worked on a few of the home light ones that are literally about 10 inches wide.
I know. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. I know.
The piston's like a thimble.
Yeah, exactly. It's literally like as big as my
a remote control plane.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is lately, but those Ryobi backpacks, everybody's straight gassing them. I don't know what it is. I've probably done 3 short blocks in the last year.
Wow.
But the short blocks are cheap. They're like $70. So can't beat it.
But on the other way, I had a Ryobi used to do 4-stroke blowers and trimmers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I had a guy come in with a 4-stroke blower last fall. He's been running premix 50-to-1 for 3 years straight. You know what? The plug wasn't even that cocked up.
The newer synthetic oil really doesn't smoke as much, really.
Yeah, and I bet you it's and everything's lubed.
Yeah, I've been using this.
Hey, I take the old 2-stroke mix, I dump it into my snapper. I mean, literally, I could piss in that gas tank if I wanted, still run.
Yeah.
You don't do
Make a video of that, Ken.
Yeah, Kenny.
That's for Top Conker lights out.
Yeah.
I use that. My mower run on urea.
I use that joke. It's a midstream sample.
Oh dear! You might use the funnels, Ken. You might use a large funnel.
Large diameter or large longer.
As long as it doesn't smell like varnish, I throw it in my tractor.
I just Sunday morning it smells like varnish.
Can you just stand close enough? It'll be all right, boy.
I just took the gas out of that lawn boy.
Stella, you got to come up and tell everyone about your dream. Come on up.
Ooh, dream.
She's working, Ken.
That's all I'm going to say.
Stella
say.
Stella had a dream.
She had a dream.
Hey, TC,
Hank said.
TC, can you zoom in on Hank? I want to see his hat.
There we go.
Oh, he's
Okay,
all
look
he's,
at that.
decked out.
He's all happy.
Is it black? Is that hat
Yeah.
black?
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to buy one of those hats from your link there, Klaus. I'm not going to buy a t-shirt. You know why?
No.
Because I have to wear this on my videos, but
know,
I always
I know.
switch my hat up. So I can wear your hat on a video, but not
Good move. Good move.
Yeah.
Good move.
Oh, hello, William.
There's Will.
Speaking
Hey, William.
Well, I am.
Yeah.
There we go.
Somebody.
Limited edition. Limited edition.
What trick did you use, Kenny, to get that hat?
No, I won. I won a prize.
Cool.
I used to be like the king of the what is it when I first
I was
started.
talking to my stepmom while you guys did the last. What is it? What was that thing?
You mean the green shirt club, or
No, the last. What is it? Guess what it is? Thing. I was
oh,
talking.
it was
I was
cigar,
on the
cigar
phone.
box.
Oh, you did
opener.
one. You did one today when I was in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
What was
crap,
it?
I missed it. What was
You
it?
wouldn't have got it.
I'll show you, Ken.
It was this. Oh,
It was just Ken. There you go.
Oh, something. Oyster shucker.
Absolutely wrong.
All right.
yeah.
Looks like something you hit with a hammer, right? You bang it with a hammer.
That's actually a really good guess.
What was
Yeah.
it?
I like that.
Klaus will tell you.
Cigar box opener.
Ah,
Cigar box opener.
Yeah.
you need a hammer to open a cigar box?
I don't
To
know.
break the seal. Because
Back in the day.
the paper seal will go around the two halves.
Is that only for Havanas?
I believe so, yeah.
I've got a cigar box that my aunts gave me from their dad who died 50 years ago, and the cigars are 15 cents each.
Wow. Didn't we all have cigar boxes growing up though for baseball cards?
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Try to find one now.
I know.
Better tell Stella you're not here next week. She says she's going to come up and tell you her dream next week.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Stella, you may have missed it. Next week, we believe Taro is going live at the same time I do. So I've cancelled mine for next Saturday. So I won't be here.
I think it would be only fair that Terrell move his.
Simon, Havanas. There you go.
Havana.
It's got to be 80 years old, that box.
Yeah.
And I keep my doctor kit in it.
You play Dr. Bruce?
Yeah.
Trudy now?
Oh, there's just no end to it.
Hey, Klaus, I got a couple things. You're gonna love this. I've been playing with my 3D printer. I bought a 3D printer and been screwing around with it. Check this out for one. I've been playing with this.
Oh, it looks better.
Oh, that's nice.
Background.
It's a coaster.
Yeah.
Right. So the ridges are a little higher. So that's turning out good. I'm gonna
What's
send
the name
some.
of that font, Steve? Is that a special kind of font?
Yeah, it's called the Dead Saloon.
Really?
So we
Does
got
it-
that, and I'm gonna be
Does it
sending.
come with a kokanee?
No, only this, because you know why? This will fit in an envelope, and I can send some of these out to you guys, but I have to perfect it yet. I need to do something.
How
And then
long
I
is
thought,
the making of
hey,
those, Steve?
check this little shot glass. Look right down the
Nice.
center of that.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's cute.
Looks like
Isn't
a
that
pill
cool?
bottle.
And then I tried this, and Klaus is gonna love this. It's a little tiny beer stein shot glass.
You're breaking it.
Yeah, look at that.
That is nice.
But I haven't got the logo down in the bottom of this one yet. But that's pretty cool, eh? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
So that let me get this straight. This is completely new to me. So a printer does this in one go. I mean,
yeah. Well, unless you change colors, it's 2 goes when I change the color.
okay,
But this was 1 go beginning to end. Never had to stop it. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
So
it's cool.
Wayne, where you been? How you feeling? What's up?
Who, me?
William.
William,
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's
locked up?
I think he's
Frozen.
locked up on you, William. Yeah, you locked up,
Oh.
mate.
Is he sleeping or is he dead?
He's every safety supervisor's dream.
I was
He's
gonna
got- he's
say.
got the glasses on.
They
and
come
everything.
off when you get to work,
Nobody
Bob.
gets hurt. Nobody moves. Nobody gets hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
Close. Did you ever order one of the Brandon's cable removers?
No.
He makes them on a 3D printer too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, but I paid so much money for my needle nose pliers that I can't.
I actually emailed Brandon about 2 weeks ago, and he has not emailed me back.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Because I emailed him. Jake was working on a riding mower, so Jake threw out a couple of modifications for him to come up with two new. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I wanted one, but the postage over here to UK was outrageous.
Yeah, I think shipping to us was $21.50, and so we ordered a bunch of them to give away as gifts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But
that'd be great.
they work. They take 5 seconds.
Thank you very much.
Close. And every time I go to use needle nose pliers, those ears are always turned the wrong way where I can't get the needle nose on. So
that's where your index and your thumb comes handy.
My thumbs too. I got lazy fingers. I got lazy fingers syndrome.
Okay. Yeah. I decided one day I needed a good set of pliers, and I was on this internet thing, and all of a sudden there was this brand called Channel Lock, which we don't see a lot over here. Channel Lock, that sounds cool. Let me get that one. Pay. And I didn't realize until I got the confirmation that holy crap, they were expensive.
$50 a pop.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
You have those
the
damn pliers?
stuff for me.
You have a set of those damn pliers?
Plumber's
No, I got it from. It's not Van Pliers, but it's similar. It's from Knipex. It's similar. It's got that funky jaws thing that they can. Yeah, they're
Now,
really
what did you
nice.
say?
They're really nice.
Knipex or Knipex?
Knipex.
Who? The K is not silent.
It's
That's
not
correct.
silent, so it's connect.
It's German. It's
Jake
German.
had all kinds of comments on his videos telling him that he didn't know how to speak. So Jake actually put the link in from the company and said, listen to them pronounce their name.
Yeah, Knipex. It's not. It's German. It's not. The K is not silent in German. So
yeah, Tom and I and a few others had a little discussion on how to say it, and he needs for me to apologize to him if it's really Knipex.
Yeah, it seems weird, eh?
Knipex.
But it's good stuff, though. They're good.
Yeah.
The English language is a hard language to learn, right?
Okay, so guys, I gotta take off and go order a Klaus hat right now, and
good one, Steve.
Ship one to Alberta.
I'll see ya.
All right,
Bye.
buddy. Take
Cheers,
care.
Steve. All the best.
So Hank, you gotta apologize?
Yeah, I got to apologize to Tom in Australia.
That doesn't make sense. No apology necessary, sir.
Okay.
You're sorry.
We screw up and we live with it, right?
Yeah.
So if there was a word, if there was a word in German, K-N-O, not N-O-W, then I would say Kanau.
Well,
tell Tom to keep sharpening his knives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The English language is one of the hardest languages to learn. You know, like would the little boy go shop the wood? You know, like I mean.
Well, you just when you get into the finer workings of Danish, Bruce, you'll find that we have the same word, same spelling, with three or four different meanings.
Oh no, I can understand almost everything you say when I watch your videos, because my grandma used to chase me down the hall with a wooden spoon.
Yeah, see? Satan's Mojung.
Everybody thought she was such a wonderful person, but good God, she sure chased me around.
Yeah, but look what a good job she did, Bruce.
Yeah.
Look at how you grew up. You grew up perfectly.
Yeah. Her problem is that she had a baby 9 months before I was born. So whenever I went over there, it wasn't special. She had another kid to look after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that girl married my best friend's brother. So now the whole works of us are family. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you chase somebody around with a wooden spoon, and what is it? They show up at your door to take the kids away.
We used to put, when we were 13 to 15 years old, we used to take our 22s, put them across the handlebars of our bikes and head and go shoot gophers and whatever.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if you saw a 15-year-old kid on a bike with a 22 across the handlebars, you'd make national news.
That's right.
Yeah. The world's gone mad.
It has gone mad.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is.
What's Mr. Briggs doing today, John?
I have absolutely no idea.
No, maybe he's
Mr.
converting it. Maybe he's converting it to.
Oh, it's a zero turn.
Maybe he's finally fixing something.
No, I'm actually doing a overhaul on this monster here. I just changed the blades, new belt. Now I'm trying to get the oil drain plug off, which is buried on these things. You gotta go way under there. It's way down there.
Is it going to be run by natural?
Before you had the belt.
What's that?
Is it going to be run by natural gas?
Oh, this thing runs like a scared jackrabbit. Kicks right over.
Just had a guy show up with a.
Oh, that's the
and ask us
17
if we
horse
could
Kawasaki. That's the Kawasaki.
Yeah, we just had a guy show up with a John Deere. Wanted to know on his riding mower if we could get that, the quick change they've got, quick change oil system.
Yeah.
And I said, buddy, that's like 70 to 80 bucks and it doesn't change all the oil. He says, what do you mean it doesn't change all the oil? I says, there's still a liter at least in your engine you got to drain out.
Yeah.
I said, look it, when you go to the John Deere dealership to buy it, ask them if they got the conversion kit here and we'll put it on for you.
Yeah, whoever changed oil on this last, because it change when you essentially on this thing, you change oil in the motor and the transmission.
Why, it uses regular 30 weight in the transmission?
Yeah, on some of the
John
Deere hydros, they do. Yeah,
it uses 5W30.
But mines are separated. That one's not separated. The transmission and the engine are using the same oil.
Yeah, watch. Well, I can get the camera under here. Right there it is. There's the sump in the oil pan. In the oil pan, it goes right there, and if you follow it down on this side, there's the transmission bolted right to the top of the transmission. It's part of it.
Well, guys, it's been an absolute joy, Conk. And I know you're taking a break next weekend, but I'll make sure I follow your stand-in, aka Terrell.
Yeah,
I'm going to call it today anyway. Klaus, thanks for that. Thanks everybody. Thanks to all the guys on the panel. As always, brilliant, superb interaction and amazing comments coming through as well. So I'll see you in a fortnight's time. All right, all the very best to everybody.
Thanks for pleasure being on the Hobby Motor Show.
Yeah. Yay!
There we go.
Don't forget, Wayne. Don't forget.
Yeah.